Good morning. It is Sunday and it's early. I mean, it was earlier when I took you into work. I've got back. It's now 7:20. I think we left around 10 to 7 this morning. I was up at 6:15. The joys of being a mum taxi. Some beautiful skies this morning. That's what's left of it. There was some proper vivid colours of red and everything mixed into it today. It was lovely. Yeah, making my coffee as always, and I'm going to go and sit down and watch some vlogs. My vlog, I've got a premiere which I've never done before, going on at 8, which is the cook-off I've done with Kaza. So I'll be in my comments for that, hopefully, if I don't fall back to sleep. So I'm going to sit and relax and maybe have a nap. I didn't finish off the video yesterday because by the time I picked Ewan up, it was really quite late. And then he wanted to go to McDonald's. So originally I was going to do chips, beans and egg for dinner. But I was waiting for Ewan to finish because he was supposed to finish it early enough. And then he didn't. So I did end up having a McDonald's burger. I didn't have a full meal, I had a burger. And I did have a mini McFlurry. I feel this week has been very up and down calorie wise. Some days I've been really good on my calories and other days I've pushed it. I'm not saying I went over yesterday because I don't think I did, but I think I pushed it. Also not the most healthiest choices of food, but sometimes life's like that, and I'm back on it today. I need to get back onto my movement because I find that when I'm in the zone with my movement, I'm in the zone with my calories, so that's something I'm intending to do. There's somebody I was watching that had another channel they were watching on YouTube called, I think it was Blossom and something, that I think did strength workouts, and some of them were shorter. So I'm going to look at that, because I think what I need to do is, rather than thinking I've got to do a 30 to 40 minute workout, a 10-minute strength workout is better than nothing. If I go for my walks and go on the bike and just do like 10 to 15 minutes strength, that is fine too, and start building back up that way. Ease myself gently back into it. Sorry playing my hair, but I need to straighten it or do something to it. I had a shower last night and it's dried fluffy. Right, I'm going to get my coffee, I'm going to relax, and I shall see you in a bit. I'm not sure what I'm having for breakfast yet. I might stick the bread maker on. I have got a bit of bread left. It might be nice to have some fresh bread this morning. Yeah, I've got about half a loaf, but then if Tom comes back today, that'll be gone. I might leave it for a little bit and stick it on when I'm a bit more awake. I'll probably forget to put yeast in or something at this point. It's 10:10 and I've come down to make a bacon sandwich. Quite often we go out for breakfast on a Sunday, but because we had a bacon sandwich out yesterday and at McDonald's last night, I want to try and be a bit healthier today. I have no plans for dinner yet because I have got a small gammon joint in the fridge, but I was more thinking of doing that as like a pulled gammon for during the week. It's not very big for all of this. This one. So if I get desperate, I'll do that, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to go out and get something later. I looked in the fridge and I've got a pack of chicken thighs, but I don't think they'll defrost in time because it's too cold in here today. We are going out at lunchtime to a retro game fair, and it's actually at Harvey Haddon Stadium in Nottingham, which is like an old haunt of my childhood. We used to go and watch like cycle racing around the track, and all I can remember is this bright neon pink bike whizzing around, and being really impressed with it when I was probably like, I don't know how old I was, probably about 7. It's been changed a lot since then, and it's like the base for Notts Athletics, I think, now. So I've not been there for years, but that's by the by. This is a retro games fair, so it'll have all the old like Sega games and Nintendo games, something that Eddie wanted to go to, and I said I'll go along with him. So we bought tickets and we're booked in for, I think we can go in between 1 and 2. It finishes at 4, so they might not have much left by the time we get there. But Eddie only told me about it, I think it was Thursday or Friday. I was like, book tickets, we'll go. So that's what we're doing. I've got no normal tea bags in. All I've got is this Yorkshire tea that I brought back from holiday. Now, I'm making do with it, but it's just not the same as Yorkshire tea. Now, there might be some people that watch me that are from Cornwall that get very offended, but Yorkshire tea is really strong tea, and I like my tea really strong. So it's not that there's necessarily anything wrong with it, it's just not Yorkshire tea. But I need to get through it anyway, so it's good that I'm drinking it because I don't want to throw it away. So I'm making myself a cup of tea and I'm making a bacon and egg sandwich using homemade bread. And I've got the bread maker on to make another loaf. And I've gone back to making a milk loaf. I like the rapid loaf, but I made a milk loaf today. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then I need to go and make myself presentable. I have sat and watched my knitting podcast of this morning, another one that I watch every week on a Sunday. And then there's one of the rectangles for the crochet long blanket that I was doing, that for some reason, I had to unravel the border about 6 times. I'm quite pernickety, and I know it probably won't matter in the long run about the count of the stitches around the edge. But on this particular one, it just looked wrong. It looked a little bit distorted on one side, and no matter how many times I tried to do it, I couldn't crochet the right number of stitches down the 2 long sides. One side I was picking up not enough stitches, and the other side I was picking up too many. I say pick up, I meant like double crocheting into. I unravelled it, like I say, about 6 times. I did it one time and thought, oh, it'll do. And then I crocheted the next row and I thought, no, it won't. Then I did it again, and then again. I finally finished it. I finally did the one that I was happy with. This is the problem when you're a bit of a perfectionist and you're doing something like crochet and knitting, because you can't always afford to be. But right, I'm going to get on my bacon sandwich. I'm waffling. I'm doing bacon and egg. And I'm looking forward to it because I'm getting hungry. The McDonald's obviously not very nutritious and didn't really fill me up for very long. I'm late last night. Anyway, I shall catch you in a bit, hopefully. Got my dark glasses though. Yours aren't dark like mine. Just been to the retro game fair. It's a very bumpy road, so apologies. And it was rammed. It made me feel quite anxious actually because there was so many people. And I've decided that the gaming community isn't as friendly as the dieting community. There's some very selfish people that if you're short like me, you couldn't get anywhere near the front. And I'm not talking about blokes, I'm talking about women that were like, they'd hog one side, then when they moved to the other side, you went to look at the bit they were looking at, and then they moved back deliberately. So then when you tried to go on the other side of them, they moved back, so they were just literally hogging the whole table. It was awful. And then coming out, we just found a group of lads that were smashing up and kicking and standing on all of the electric or the higher bikes, the line bikes. So Eddie said to him, what are you doing that for? And just got a mouthful off them, as you can imagine. You think that's kicking, this is kicking. They started jumping on them and all sorts, but there's nothing you could do because if you ring the police, they won't get there in time or they won't do anything anyway, so there's just no point. But it's just like hooligans. It's no wonder the country's in the state it is in. But the retro game fair was pretty good. Eddie got himself some sort of mystery bag, I don't know. He was looking at...
had a duty to buy something.
Yeah. He was looking for a console, so we had pretty much every console going over the years. But he was looking for a Sega Saturn, but they were anywhere between 150 and what was that, 329, the last one?
360 quid, I think.
Yeah, they were really expensive for an old console that you don't even know works, and that probably won't work for much longer. And he'll probably get out and play one game on and then put it away. It's just pointless.
Cash. I mean, who deals with cash?
Yeah, some of them were cashed in, and you were just like, there's no comeback. If you pay cash and they don't work, it's just like, what's the point? But no, so we got his goodie bag, and that was all we bought. But it was full of very smelly people. So, and we had to queue to get in. I think I didn't film the queue, but there's a massive queue, even though it was ticketed. And you bought tickets for a certain time, the queue to get in at the time we were there was quite big, although it did move very, very quickly, I have to say. So we're on our way now. We're just going to pop to Lidl. I've had a delivery at home. I knew it was arriving, and I told them to leave it round the back. Tom got home just in time before the delivery anyway, but he just chucked it over the back gate anyway. But we're going to pop to Lidl now, I think, to get something for dinner, and then I'll be home so I can carry on. I tried to crochet on the way here in the car because Eddie's driving, but the road is so bumpy, there's not a chance I could do it. I was just getting frustrated, so I gave it up as a bad job. But yeah, we're going to go and get something for dinner now, and I shall see you back home at some point, I should imagine. Hi, we are back from our journeys out and about. So we've been to Lidl. I'll quickly show you what I bought. I'm not going to do a full laid out haul. I'll just get it out of the bags and put it away whilst I'm showing you. We managed to spend about £92, but I have got a 4-old amount of meat. So I've got tea bags. If you watched the vlog earlier, you'll know that I've been having this Cornish tea that isn't Yorkshire tea, so I've got those. I can't put these away whilst I'm doing this. Too much like hard work. I bought 2 packs of this, which is like this instant mashed potato, one that's perfect mash and one that's like a cheesy mash. Now this particular brand, this Idahoan, I tried in Costco ages ago. They used to have big tubs of it. I don't know if they still do in Costco. And it was like normal potatoes, so I thought I'd give that a go because actually calories aren't bad. It serves 5 people for a fifth of the packet. It's 142 calories and 144 calories. So I bought some of that to try. I don't think the kids are fans of instant mash, but I got some frozen Yorkshire puddings for dinner today. I do make my own, but these come in at 51 calories each, which is actually slightly less than mine. I've got some more of their frozen protein meals because we do like them. So I've got some salt and pepper chicken. I've got one of the pen bolognese and I've got a naked burrito. So the naked burrito is 349 calories. So that's the best, I think. 465 and 473. So none of them are bad and they've all got good protein in, so it's worth it. I did pick these up. So these are the ones we always used to buy for the kids, which are just the cheap ones. These are like 85p or 89p. And they come in at 491 calories each. Still 18.5 grams of protein, so not too bad. The next things I bought were for the fridge and the freezer. So I bought some deli pocket burgers. They're not for me. They're probably for you and or Tom. And they come in at, I think, 280 calories each. They're just like a snack for when they get in. And then I bought this out of the American range. So there's a mac and cheese. I think it was £3.49 for this. And a third of it is 457 calories. Not too bad actually for calories. But I know that Julie.m.buda doesn't like to have roast dinner, so he might want to have some of that today. And there's also a pulled pork lasagna. I'm not a huge fan of pulled pork, but this comes in at, this is 1,000 grams, and for 100 grams it's 127 calories. So it's still not bad actually, even for like half of it. So there in case Julie wants that today. So they've got quite good dates on. That's 27th of October. And this one is, I don't think it's got a date on it, 10th of November. It's not frozen, they're just out of the fridge. That's pretty good. And I've got some meat. I just picked up one of the magazines. I got a pack of mince that's 750 grams, and I think that was like £5. It's a 5% fat one. I've got these potentially for dinner today, which are shoulder pork steaks, and I think that was £5.49 or something. So not too bad. I have got the receipt because I could bring the price up properly, but I didn't get a paper receipt. I've only got it on my Lidl app because I chose to not get the paper one. I got some more milk because we're almost out. And then these were on one of the special buys. It's 2.5 kilograms actually for £13.99, which is a really good price. I mean, I think it's like a similar price to that for 2 kilos everywhere else, so that's not too bad. I did actually freeze some chicken from last week, but I can use this fresh. It's dated the 20th. So that's all the fridge and freeze. So I'm going to put that away and then I shall join you back here for the next bit. Next up we have some crisps. Eddie's bought them. So they're mainly for him, but I'm probably going to have a packet because I saw someone having a crisp sandwich the other day and it's all I've been able to think about. So at some point I probably will have that. They seem to be, each inner pack contains 128 calories. So not too bad. The next thing I bought I can't show you because that's for a Christmas present, so I'm going to put that to one side. Eddie's bought this. This is why I don't like him going shopping. So he's got these breakfast bars. They're not for me. He's bought some more crisps because the other pack's not enough. And then I'm going to get some sweets. So there's some peach rings, some gummy fruits. There is some proper food as well. Oh, and these are Eddie's as well. These biscuits are Malta biscuits. This is why I don't take him shopping. People will say, oh, why don't you get Eddie to help? This is why. Because I end up with a load of rubbish and then he goes, how much? Why did you come to £92? And that's an impression, an accurate impression. I got some eggs and I was excited because sometimes in Lidl when you go and get the large free range eggs, if they've obviously had a job for supply, you get the white ones that have got the real dark yolks. So when I noticed it was those, I thought I'd definitely buy some. Bin bags because we are completely out. Fanta Twist because it's one actually that I do like and it's 0 sugar. I've got some sourdough crumpets. They are 95 calories each. I've got onions, a block of cheese, and then I've got a couple of bits. Chanterelle carrots for today's dinner, pork leg joint for today's dinner, and some more sweets. And that's it. That's everything that I've got for my shopping haul, which was like £92. Hi, Editing Julie here, and there's a couple of things I want to say about this video. Firstly, if you notice there's lots of like jump cuts throughout the video, it's because I've got a really bad head cold, and all the way through I kept sniffing and it was really annoying me, so I was cutting it out. So you might notice lots of cuts and edits, and it's not that I've edited anything else out, it's just me sniffing because it is horrible. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, you might notice at the end of some of my clips I keep looking at my watch, and it's not that I'm looking at the time or thinking I've got other things to be doing. I started trying to use my back camera rather than my front camera to see if it's better quality, and I can remote control it with my Apple Watch. But what I should do is I should actually like finish my clip and then look at my watch so I can cut that end bit off. But I haven't. I've been talking and looking at it at the same time. So you end up seeing me just keep going like this at the end of every clip. So I apologise for that. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to use the back camera or not. I thought it'd be better because when you're looking at the front screen, you tend to look at yourself rather than the actual like camera. Whereas when you're looking at the back screen, there is no screen. So you don't know, you've got to look at the lens and that's it. And it's good because with the Apple Watch, you can see whether you're lined up or not and whether you're in sharp, but you do have to keep checking. So hence you keep looking at your watch, which looks like you've got somewhere else to be. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know that is what I've been doing, and normal service will be resumed, I should imagine. Out for a walk, and she's found 2 squirrels already. I wasn't quick enough with my phone. Didn't get my phone out because it is cold. But yeah, there's one that had a big piece of bread in its mouth on up a tree. Another one over here. She's proper on the case. Eddie was completely unaware and she dragged him along. God, I'm ready for a sit down. I'm going to go home, put dinner on. I'm doing my cheats version of dinner today, where I'm going to put my potatoes and my carrots underneath my meat, so it all cooks together. And then I'll just take the meat out to rest and finish roasting the vegetables on their own. And then I've got probably sweet corn and green beans or something to go with it, and Yorkshire puds. Might do mash, I don't know yet. But I've got to go and pick Ewan up. I think he finishes at 5ish today, if he finishes on time. So there'll be no rest for the wicked. I won't get much time to crochet until I get back and dinner's ready and over and done with. So I've got my dinner on and I'm just doing my usual lazy girls dinner. Whilst I'm doing it, I've put 2 sourdough crumpets in because it is now 4:45 and I'm starving. I've had that bacon sandwich, that's all I've had. So I'll show you what I'm doing for dinner. In here I've just got the chanterelle carrots that I've trimmed if there was a bit of like this. They're all a bit like this, which isn't great. But I've just washed them. I haven't topped and tailed them because what I find is when they get roasted, a lot of the green ends just fall off anyway. But I've put those in that have been washed. I've peeled and chopped a carrot. I've chopped it quite big and chunky. That's really to flavour the juices to make gravy. And then over here I've got my roast joint, which is a leg of pork, £7.96. It says it cooks in 2 hours, so I'm going to put that. I'm going to put some potatoes underneath as well to be like roast potatoes to cook underneath it. And that'll be that. And then I'm going to do a bit of this broccoli and cauliflower and some Brussels with it roasted. And I'm going to do some green beans and sweet corn. So the roast potatoes, the carrots and onions, they'll all be cooked after being in the oven. I'll just take the pork off, rest it, and put them back into finish roasting. And then obviously the Brussels and the cauliflower and broccoli I'm just going to stick in the air fryer to roast. So most of it will be roasted, so I don't have to stand over any pots and pans. I'm tempted to do some mashed potato, but I'm not completely sure yet. I'm going to see what happens. And the green beans and sweet corn in the freezer, they don't take very long. But I'm doing myself some crumpets, need to keep an eye on them so they don't burn. So I shall catch you when I get those out, and hopefully I'll be able to show you. Very nearly forgot. I'm just doing too many things at once. And sourdough crumpets with some low-fat spreadable lighter. So I've just noticed something on the Lidl pork, and I just want to show you and see what your opinion is. So I noticed on the front it says here, British indoor, and I thought, what's that mean? And it says here, if it'll focus, pigs are born indoors, raised in a safe and hygienic barn with materials to encourage their inquisitive nature. But surely it's natural for pigs to be in mud and outside. What is a hygienic barn and why are they being reared inside? I don't understand. I understood the birds being moved inside because of like all the bird flu and everything. But why are pigs being reared inside? I don't understand that. If anyone knows, can you let me know in the comments? Because to me, I'm sure it's a lovely little accommodation they've got going on, but it's not natural, is it? Surely pigs should be kept outside. And I know people that are vegan and vegetarian will say it's not natural to eat meat, but we all do eat meat in our house, so there's nothing that anyone will say will change that, because the boys are all like proper meat eaters. I'm like this with it. I like to have meat sometimes. If the boys weren't here, I could probably eat more vegetarian, but my family in Ireland are farmers, so I don't agree or disagree with it. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to say. All I'm here to say is, why are we rearing pork indoors? I don't understand. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. It's 6:10 and I've come to pick Ewan up from work. Dinner's on at home. I think he had about an hour left when I left, so hopefully I'll be able to get the meat out, finish off everything else, and then have dinner hopefully around 6:30, maybe 7, which won't be too bad. I had my 2 crumpets and I'm still really hungry, so I'm very excited for dinner. I had to really do my crochet to resist eating anything at home. But yeah, just waiting for you, and he's just nipped out from work and he's just nipped across the shop just I pulled into the car park, so I thought I'd quickly update you whilst I was waiting for him. It's yeah, what time did I say it was? Nearly 6:15 and it's getting dark already. This is when I need my studio lights because the lighting is rubbish, but I've got a load of roasted broccoli, cauliflower and Brussels on this side that have just been roasted in spray oil. I've got the carrots and a few roast potatoes, can't remember the word, and onions that have been roasted in the oven. Under there I've got some green beans, sweet corn, so loads of veggies. I've got 85 grams of roast pork, and I've got Yorkshire pudding that's 51 calories, and I've got some gravy on top. So this is my dinner. I'm going to have some applesauce, I think, on mine. But this is my dinner, and I shall catch you later. So it's almost 7:30 and I'm just having my dinner. We have got some pudding if we're hungry later, some apple strudel in the freezer. I just need to work out how many calories I've used because I haven't tracked all of this yet. But yeah, it's been a good day, and if I do have anything, I'll just insert a pic or some of it later, but if not, I shall see you tomorrow for another daily video. Bye.